I said he's dead. Like
I said he's dead. The watch time stops right now.
Let me tell you how it's about to go. Let me show you the towel you're about to throw. This is hip-hop, try to run in our house, we'll knock your ass straight out the door. I'm the enemy's epitome, the fantasy, my tendency to mentally give your career the death penalty. I instantly advise you to match my intensity.
Okay, imagine me in a stand-up, right? Like you're in the audience, but everybody else is just people I don't know. I just keep doing inside jokes, and you're the only motherfucker laughing.
I thought that would 100% be the case.
You think so?
Yeah.
No credit whatsoever. Hey guys, welcome back to Lostlegendstv. We are Ready to MC, and I'm Ray.
I'm James.
We're doing our next matchup in the horror portion of the slashers.
And we're going to have Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Versus Child's Play.
You know how this goes by now. If you're this far in, starting off with the plot, sequels, freshness. Go ahead and hit them off with some Child's Play.
So Child's Play, you have the classic Charles Lee Ray, who gets killed in the beginning of the film and transfers his soul into a good guy doll. This kid named Andy gets it as a present, and Chucky comes to life. And he starts killing everybody around Andy because he wants Andy's body. Yeah. Child's Play 2 picks up basically directly, well, a little bit directly after the first one. Andy is now in a foster home. Chucky comes back to life and he tracks Andy down and he starts killing off members of the fucking foster home. Very end, he dies again in this awesome fucking factory scene. Mm-hmm. Like there's one part where his hand gets ripped off. He takes a blade of a knife and fucking uses it. Mm-hmm. That's fucking badass. Third one is about Andy going to military school. And Chucky once again tracks him down there. So he starts killing off people of the military school, and there's this new guy. It turns out he just hunts down Andy to kill him. He no longer wants Andy's body. He wants this new kid, this younger kid, named Tyler's body. So he actually starts killing off the military personnel and the kids, and he actually plays games on them and makes them kill each other. Like he loads the ammunition that was full of blanks with real bullets, and there's this guy who sacrifices himself with a grenade, and at the end, Chucky dies, naturally. We have The Bride of Chucky, which this, in my opinion, is where the franchise starts to go down, but I can still tolerate this film. I still like this film. It introduces Chucky's old lady, Tiffany. Tiffany kills this cop and gets the police evidence and basically stitches Chucky back up, and in the turn of events, Chucky actually kills Tiffany and imports her body into a female doll. The story involves around this couple. They get involved with Chucky and Tiffany. And at the very end, they start to turn on each other. So Chucky dies, but right before Chucky dies, he kills Tiffany. And at the very end scene is fucking Tiffany giving birth to a baby Chucky. Then you have Seed of Chucky, which in my opinion is god-awful. It's literally a Hollywood cash-out. And that's what the movie's about. It's a fucking Hollywood cash-out. It's about Hollywood making a movie about Chucky and Tiffany. But instead, you have the real Jennifer Tilly, and you have Redman in there. There's not really a story to it. They bring back the child, which they name Shitface. That's his name, Shitface. It's basically a demeanor of Chucky wants him to be a killer, be this tough guy, whereas Tiffany wants him to be basically a feminine person, even a girl if he wants to be. Like, he's not brought back in any of the sequels, which doesn't make sense. Curse of Chucky, which a lot of people didn't like. I liked it.
I did not.
And the story is Chucky goes to his house with his family. There's this girl in a wheelchair, and she comes down to be the lone survivor. And if I'm not mistaken, they brought Andy back at the very end scene of that movie. Mm-hmm. The next one is The Cult of Chucky. This is the one I really don't like. They're like in this mental institution, and you have now multiple fucking Chuckies. You have an army of Chuckies. One's even got like this, almost a fucking flat top and shit. You have Chucky's killing everybody. The movie has great fucking kills. So at the very end, the girl in a wheelchair gets possessed by one of the Chuckies, and she's basically the cult leader now. And Jennifer Tilly's back. Well, not Jennifer Tilly, but Tiffany's back. I would assume, in Jennifer Tilly's body. And then you have the remake, which is completely different. Different story. This is AI. This learning AI takes a dark path and will do anything to protect Andy, even if it means killing off friends, people, anybody who would want to hurt Andy.
And then you got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You got the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre is loosely based off of Ed Gein. Mm-hmm. And in the sense that he would kill his victims and not even always wear, but he would use their skin for things.
Yeah. Which is fucked.
It's extremely fucked. But, like I said, it's loosely based. That's why everybody's like, it's a true story. It kind of is and it kind of isn't. Because Ed Gein never used a chainsaw.
Skin condoms.
People who stumbled upon the wrong fucking house. Mm. And this dude, he's already wearing somebody else's face. And he's just running through all the teens. You get to the second one, and it's like 13 years later, a dark humor type of film. Kind of like how like Chucky, the Chucky movies became. It had like a more comedic aspect for it.
And they focused more on the family in that one.
Tom Savini did the makeup.
If you're not familiar with Tom Savini, he is solely responsible for the success of Friday the 13th.
Second one is kind of like based around like a radio host. He gets captured by Leatherface and like his family are like cannibals in this film. The third one is this couple they kind of stop at this gas station. They see the owner attack a hitchhiker and they end up panicking and it all leads them into like running into like the family, the cannibalistic family. Then you get to the fourth one, which is god awful. It seems like are leaving their prom and they get into car trouble, and they run into Matthew McConaughey's character, and then because he kills a couple of the people, they try to look for help somewhere else, and again they run into this psychopath and his twisted family.
A lot of these films are just being at the wrong fucking place at the wrong fucking time.
Mm-hmm. So then you get to the fifth film, they decided to reboot the whole franchise. It actually it's really good. It's just a remake of the first one in a way, but they add different aspects to it, make it a little more dramatic and everything.
It's a great improvement.
It's a great improvement. Then you get to the beginning, which is a prequel to the 2003 film, and in this situation, it's a group of guys, a group of people who are doing like a one last like hurrah before one of them gets shipped off to Vietnam.
Yep. And
they get stopped by this lawman and he kills one of them, and then he takes the rest of them back to his family, the Hewitt family, and they torture them and they start killing them and shit.
Fucking eating them.
So you get to the 2013 film, and basically it turns out this woman named Heather, and she basically inherits the house. Mm-hmm. And like their whole thing is like, if you take care of Leatherface, he'll take care of you, and you won't have to worry about anything. And in this one, they were the Sawyers and not the Hewitts. And then you get to the final one, which was Leatherface, which was basically a prequel to everything. To like how Leatherface became Leatherface. Some kids are in they're in a mental hospital, and they kidnap a nurse, and they're like on the run from like law enforcement, and he basically goes on this like murder spree, and then it kind of leads him into being Leatherface. So if we look at these films all together, which two do you not like that Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Because obviously it's 4.
Worst film of Child's Play, I can still tolerate it.
Like See the Chucky?
Yeah.
Because I don't dislike the See the Chucky at all. I thought it was great.
I didn't like the comedic turn.
Yeah, I feel that. I can understand that.
Like, they didn't even lead into it. They just fucking hard.
Yeah. I said he's dead.
I said he's dead. Matthew McConaughey's a fucking trip in that movie, dude.
That's literally like one of the first scenes in that film is like dude gets knocked unconscious in the car and he was just like, nah, he's dead. And his friend was like, no, he's just unconscious. Said he's dead. Snapped his leg. I was like, all right. If we're gonna compare these like that, I think it's clear who has the better like plots and everything. It's Child's Play.
Child's Play.
I agree. That one.
1-0.
All right, time to go for that box office.
Child's Play's up, so box office time. So Child's Play, out of the entire franchise, the one that did the worst was Cult of Chucky.
Yep.
it only made $2.2 million. It actually lost money. You got to consider Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky did not have a theatrical release.
Which means they both lost money.
The best one was actually number 4, The Bride of Chucky. $50.7 million. You take the whole franchise's total gross is $134.5 million.
Which isn't bad at all. Now, if we get to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the worst one is 4. They had a budget of $600,000. It's less than the first Psycho film had in the 60s. And they didn't even make a third of that. But the best one was actually the first remake, the 2003 one. It made $107.1 million, which is really good.
Which is really good.
So if you average it all out together, it comes out to $199 million gross box office for Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre takes the point.
1-1.
1-1.
To hit them critical scores.
So the critical response for Child's Play, to keep the theme, the worst one was Part 3, which is Andy at the military school. The best one, critically, is the original at a 6.31 out of 10. You take the average of the whole franchise, it's a 5.5 out of 10. Dead in the middle.
Because all of them basically like stayed in that area.
Yeah.
And then you get to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the best one was number 1. Well, it's 7.89 out of 10. And then you get the lowest one, which is 4, not surprisingly. But it was rated higher than I thought it should be at 3.15. And you average all that out together, you get 4.39 out of 10. So, Child's Play has the edge for the moment. But audience scores.
Well, it comes down to audience scores. The worst one would, again, be the third one at 29%.
I know you don't agree. Let me see that Chucky was better than the third film, bro.
Fuck the critics.
Fuck!
The best one was actually very surprising, which was the Cult of Chucky at 79%. You take all the averages, you get 55.13%.
And then you get to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You get the first one is the best, 88%. That's really, really high. But unfortunately, the lowest one was actually 13%. And I don't agree with that at all because 4 is obviously the worst film that. You average it all out and they come to 33%. So, Child's Play takes critical response. Goes up 2-1.
2-1.
And now it's time for the fun part. Let's see some kills.
So, the first Child Play, when it comes to kills, my favorite kill was actually Chucky's death. He gets set on fire. He gets shot. I mean, it's just a gruesome fucking death.
It's a lot.
Child's Play 2, you have the iconic kill of him stabbing the teacher with the air pump and then beating the bitch to death with a ruler. Think about it, a ruler.
One old dude got suffocated in the fucking...
The car with the bag. Third one, I think my favorite one out of that was that guy got fucking crushed by that garbage compactor.
My favorite was because it was funny was the heart attack. Because typically we've gotten so mad about how many heart attack deaths there have been in all these movies.
Played along with it.
Yeah.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
So Bride of Chucky, easily my favorite kill was when they was in the hotel and the couple was fucking and the mirror on the ceiling came down and fucking glass shards and just fucking impaled them bitches.
Yeah, it's not fun. That's the best kill.
See the Chucky, the sulfuric acid.
That
had to be
fucking God.
That had to be agonizing.
Ah.
I actually mentioned the fire and hairspray kill.
That was
and then
pretty
followed
dope.
down the steps by Glenn. That was nice too. But Curse of Chucky, my favorite kill was actually the priest in the fucking car crash. His neck is impaled and they're trying to get it off, right? And when they remove the debris, his fucking head comes off. Okay, now Cult of Chucky, which in my opinion, I don't really like the plot of the movie. I think it had the best kills in the franchise. Like even collectively. My favorite one was this bitch is on this table.
Yeah.
This fucking oxygen tank. Chucky sets his oxygen tank off, and it fucking hits this glass on the ceiling. It comes down, again, like Bride of Chucky, just and fucking impales that bitch.
It was beautiful.
Then we get to the remake. If I had to pick a favorite, it's really hard because the drone kill and being in that fucking store with all those fucking electronics and shit going off would be scary as fuck. But hanging from that fucking steaming pipe while there's a fucking saw below you, That's fucking. That's probably my favorite.
And since
one.
he's gonna talk about that one, I'm gonna talk about the other one, the douchebag, the guy, like the dude who was like having sex with Andy's mom. He was an absolute ass, had a family and everything. I just love how he fell, broke his fucking leg, and then got wrapped up in the fucking cords, and it just like the fucking lawnmower pulled him in. We did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Probably take the one I'll probably tell you was the one he did like the chainsaw through like the motherfucker's like chest and shit.
All in a fucking wheelchair?
Yeah.
Man, I hated it for old buddy.
Alright, and then 2 is the chainsaw battle. It's the chainsaw battle. Like, motherfucker come up with fucking dual wheel chainsaws. And he took on the whole van, and then like, I mean, it's kind of just sad because it was just like a grenade kill in a way, but it was pretty dope. The third one that had that little like hammer thing, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where like dude would sit there and they like the little kid let the fucking thing go.
I actually picked Leatherface's death in that one.
Okay.
Him being fucking beat to death in that lake.
Yeah, with the rock.
Being beat, unconscious, then he fucking drowns. 4,
I only picked 1, and it was just because it was funny. It was literally
same one.
It's literally I said he's dead. I didn't even gotta explain that one. 5, the motherfucker was hung on the chandelier. And then, like, chainsaw up through the fucking dick. Like, oh, fuck no. The 6th one, I think I did the chainsaw through the back. And then he lifted him off the fucking ground and tossed his ass.
Yeah. Because he died heroically.
Yeah, he was like, I got you. And then just, done. That was dope.
I got you, bitch.
3D one, when he got hung and then cut in half, that was pretty clean.
Mine was when that motherfucker got his hands cut off and fell
in
in
the meat grinder. Yeah, I would say it's one of them too. That's and then you get the last one. There's 3. All right. I'm giving 2 honorable mentions. The dude in the wheelchair that got tossed out the window because
I was about to say it was so random.
It's so fucking random. Just like if you were not watching the film and walked in at that moment and just saw a dude get why. And then the cut mouth, like with the scalpel thing, that could have been so great, and it looked cool until you do the whole dark effect. Where
they fucked that up.
Hands down for me, it's the motherfucking curb stomp. Teeth on the fucking rock. If we talking about like creative kills, like the best kill, I honestly couldn't tell you because there's some of these that are just like, god damn, but like there's a lot of them that are just like, ugh. But these are at least solid for the most part.
So who had the better kills? Who was more creative with them? I said it's dead. I think I know mine.
All right, I'm gonna say mine. We'll debate it because I feel like we're gonna be different. But all right, 3, 2, 1. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
It's mostly because of like that curb stomp death. The fucking
meat grinder shit.
The meat grinder getting cut in fucking half.
Well, I was going to pick Child's Play, but the reason I did not, if you take away Cult of Chucky, there's not that many great kills throughout Child's Play. There's some good ones.
Some funny ones, too.
But not comparing to some of the shit in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, I don't know, because the last one had some good ones, too. All right, so that means we come down to fearfulness. So that means the books no longer fucking matter.
This, my friends, is the tiebreaker. Who is moving on to the next round?
So who would you be more scared of in this situation? And I know you're sitting here watching this thinking, I know y'all better not pick that fucking doll. I know you're thinking that. But let's at least weigh out the fucking thing, alright?
Are we considering the original Child's Play? Are we including the remake? Because you can't really do both.
Okay,
because it's black and white.
Yes. Here's what I'll say. Whichever one you think you would be more scared of, put yourself in that situation. Okay? So, like, if we were in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, basically, we would be on the road and we just pulled up at this house and it's the wrong motherfucking house.
We fucked up.
Like, we completely fucked up.
This fucking chainsaw wooden maniac coming at you, killing all your fucking friends, cutting their faces off and shit. Eating them.
And if we go to, like, the remake for the Child's Play, it's an AI doll that can control stuff in your house. If we went... Now, here's the thing. If we went with the original Child's Play, I think I would be more scared of Leatherface. But if we're gonna go remake, this is where everyone's leaving the fucking video. I'm saying Child's Play.
The watch time stops right now. No, I'm agreeing with you because,
dude,
look, like it's a new age, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like you have to put yourself in that shoes. Like literally one of the fucking people who died in that film, all they were doing was getting a fucking ride to like a bingo hall, and that she tried to get out the car and couldn't. Look, the motherfucker locked the car and then fucking just crashed the bitch and then still fucking slit her throat.
This big ass motherfucker chasing me with a chainsaw is scary.
Oh, bro, I'd be terrified of my fucking mind.
The fact that the slow burn of this AI coming at me, he can fucking control cars, fucking phones, fucking thermostats, fucking dolls, fucking drones, anything. And
there's nothing I can do to stop. I won't know what's coming at me.
Nope.
I can't prepare for everything. So in that situation, I have to give it to Child's Play.
Child's Play.
So that means Child's Play is moving on to the next round. So thank you, Mark Hamill. Tell us what you thought about that. Tell us who you thought should have won. Tell us why we're wrong.
Tell us how much you disagree with us.
I'm positive this is where everybody's like, there's no fucking way you're more scared of a doll than you are of a fucking chainsaw wielding maniac.
Tell me how many times you press the thumbs down button. How many times did you report this video? I gotta give credit where credit's due, man.
Yeah.
Child's Play takes it.
So Child's Play go on. It will take on the winner of Nightmare on Elm Street versus Scream, which I'm really excited for. It's only second to Halloween versus Friday the 13th because those are the top 4 slasher films in our eyes. So let us know what you thought about this. Tell us if you came up with the bracket. And until next time, y'all, deuces.
Adios.
Don't hate us.
What's slam? It's back to you, grouches. My crew just might roll on you like